Am I doing the intro?
No, I'll do the
You want
intro.
me to-
You do the outro. Okay, perfect.
Now that that's settled.
All right. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Jake. This is Mike, Thorns Cactus Coffee, and today Mike is going to teach me how to use the Clever Dripper device. I've never used it. I've never seen it. Mike's been hoarding it and keeping it from me. So yeah, we've got everything. We've got a scale, we've got a mug, we've got the Clever Dripper, we've got a medium to coarse ground, fresh ground coffee. We've got hot water, we've got
Everything we
a
need.
filter.
Yeah, so the Clever is a nice little device. What makes the Clever different is that it has a little mechanism on the bottom. This mechanism basically, when it's sitting on the surface, flat surface, comes with a coaster. When it's on the scale and it's sitting on a flat surface, that mechanism keeps the hole plugged. And so we can go ahead and you put your filter in, you put your grinds in, you put your water in, and then you let it brew in an immersion style method, like a French press.
Huh.
So the water and the grinds sit all together for approximately about 3 minutes with a medium coarse grind. And then what's clever about it is when you lift it up and you place it on a mug, it activates or pushes up that little mechanism which unplugs the hole and allows the water to drain. And that will be kind of your final minute, coming in at 4 minutes total for the brew.
How do you pre-wet it?
Same way, in fact, and that's what we'll walk you through. So I just want to give you a quick rundown on the mechanism. That makes the big difference. What's nice about it, it's kind of like a combination of a pour-over method, because the water does eventually pass through the grounds and into your cup, but it's also like a French press method in that it uses immersion. And then you also have the paper filter. So it's kind of a hybrid.
I'm excited.
Paper filters that I like to use and I highly recommend so that you don't get any buildup or any pooling when you go to drain it is bamboo. These are the best. You want to first fold it.
Both sides or just this side?
I do both. It just helps it to sit in the Clever a little bit better if you fold along the crease on the side and on the bottom.
Let me just crush your filter real quick.
All right, let's
And just destroy it.
two.
Yeah.
No, that's
There you
good.
go.
Perfect. So yeah, that's exactly. You could pre-wet it, and really you don't have to with bamboo, but it heats the vessel and also helps it to stick to the sides a little bit. So I kind of like that. And then pop it on the cup, and we'll heat the mug too with that same water.
Wow, that's cool.
Clever.
How long have you been waiting for that?
All right, so you tear out the scale. Yeah, we like to do 15 to 1. You're doing 20 to 300.
20 to
today?
300.
Yeah.
We're close enough to it.
So drop it in, make sure you're tiered, and the nice thing is, as soon as you start your timer, you can just pour in all the water. I like to do it and stir it, give a little turbulence and mix it up as I go. But really, you don't have to be, you actually want to pour a little faster with this. Only because you don't want, you want it all to brew kind of at the same time. So you don't have to go super fast, but coming in right at our mark there, perfect. The other thing I like to do, and we didn't have it ready,
I've got bamboo.
that's okay, you got a spoon right here, is the grounds on the top, you just want to submerge them, and you can do that with just a little stirring. A little bit of stirring, not a lot. That's it, and now we'll let it sit for 3 minutes. Comes with this nice little lid to keep the heat in.
Oh, yeah.
Just sits right on there. So it's a great, I gravitate towards this sometimes in the morning, especially if I have to go do other things, get the kids breakfast ready.
Set it and go.
Exactly.
Do you set an alarm or something
I
when you
set
walk
a
away?
timer for 3 minutes, yeah.
Because you don't want to walk away and if
forget.
you come back, it's like 5 minutes. I mean, if a pour over, if you go do something in between pours or there's an emergency, you can come back, no damage done. It might be a little dried out in there, but
it did its thing.
But overall, the water drained out. But so
Absolutely.
for this one, you really want to make sure that you're, I don't know, back in 3 minutes, I guess. What else you gotta say for 45 seconds, buddy?
The other thing I'll say about the Clever is that Mr. Scott Rayo, who's an industry expert, actually says in most coffee shops he would like to see this instead of the V60, instead of a pour over. And the reason is because you can be far more consistent, and this is a lot more forgiving than your traditional pour over.
I just wish that it came looking a little prettier. I mean, if I'm serving it in a cafe, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool, but the V60s and the blue bottle pour overs, that porcelain, it looks a little prettier. It looks a little more Wow. We've reached our 3-minute mark, Mike.
So what we're gonna do is go ahead and take the lid off, Jake, and just to help prevent the grounds that are at the surface from sticking, give it a little stir, and then you can just drop it on the mug. Did we dump this out? We did not. That's the other thing I forget occasionally, is don't forget to dump out your water you used to preheat your mug.
All right.
Perfect. Drop it on the mug, and away it goes.
Wow, look at that.
So it's cool. This little guy, it is BPA-free plastic. Runs about 18 bucks on Amazon.
That's not a bad price.
This is the large. Technically, you should be able to do 2 cups at once if you want, depending on the ratio and what size cup you want. They make a smaller one that runs about 15 bucks. I saw no reason to get the small one because you could do the same thing in the large and also have the ability to do more if you wanted. So I'd say go with the large for 3 bucks more. The key is though, is that you do want to dial in your grind so you get about a minute of drain time. If it's going too long, go ahead and coarsen it up a little bit. If it's whipping right through, you want to make it a little bit more fine.
So you get 3 minutes of extraction, 1 minute of draining.
Exactly.
And your cup of coffee's done.
Usually
Ready.
it's right on point.
That's very cool.
And then what you do when it's done, you can take it off, put it on the coaster in case any rogue drips are coming off.
Perfect.
And you got your cup.
That's good.
That's good. What I like to do then, simply, you can pick up the coaster and the device all together. You take it over to the trash and you just pick the filter up, throw it away, rinse it out, and it's ready for another day.
Ready to go.
All right, he's Mike, I'm Jake. Thanks for watching Orange Cactus Coffee.
That was good. That was a great closer. Maybe we should let Easy close the shows from now on.
Thank you.
How do I look? Do I look as good as I think I do, or no?